Hey, this is Nimesh Patel here on Mango Bay with my boys Pranav and Usama. Please give it a watch.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/mangobay. Mango.
Bay.
Cool. Welcome to Mango Bay.
What's up? We are two best boys who are New York comedians, Usama Siddiquee.
Pranav Behari.
Dude, we are
I'm in action.
Patreon is hitting
Patreon is
My
hitting, guys.
guy.
Get in there.
early access.
Early access to
Bonus
episodes,
content.
bonus content, archived episodes.
Your
Our
boy.
hottest shit.
Shaboy. Discord server.
Discord server.
What's up, dude?
It's good.
All our reply guys are on it, and they all get very passionate about anything we say.
That's true.
At minute 35, you said...
And they're always asking for certain guests, one of whom is with us today.
Very big.
We got our boy Nimesh Patel back in the house.
Dude, our
Thank you for
third
having me.
time.
Of course.
Now tied for the most guested
Who else?
Zubi. So Zubi has 3.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
And Nimesh, 3.
Okay.
So last time we had Nimesh, I think he was just getting into the tour mode.
No, he was pre-tour mode.
Pre-tour.
First time we had Nimesh, it was just Nimesh hanging out.
Yes.
The second time, he was promoting an animation,
Yes.
Zoo Idiots.
Zoo Idiots.
That's how poor he
wow.
was.
And then after
wow.
that,
Wow.
something fucking happened. The Wuhan virus also was the Nimesh virus. The other pandemic no one talked about was Nimesh just blowing the fuck up.
I spread like wildfire.
Dude, it was chemical warfare. It was
It was penetrating N95 masks.
dude. Yemen
Okay.
commented on it like this is too much.
They did. They did.
It was phosphorus level. This guy is so huge.
I'm working,
now.
man. I'm working. Just trying
This
to
guy is so
maintain.
huge that he
Jesus.
ghosted us at the Mango Bay show this year.
Oh, he did.
I didn't ghost. I said I couldn't come.
Yeah, that's true. You did say it.
That is still
not
ghosting.
I was
That
like,
is true.
I
You
literally
did
was like,
not.
hey, multiple times, I cannot attend.
If you text fuck off, that's not ghosting. You're right. You're right.
That's fair.
Trying to get Nimesh on now. This is a get for us now. Jesus Christ. Proud of you, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Killing
man.
it. Killing it.
We're working.
Every clip be getting 1 billion views. This
I
guy
know.
is
It's wild,
unbeatable.
Oh, no.
Jesus
no.
Christ.
It's just a constant.
He's
it's
the
constant
enemy.
anxiety.
Enemy of all doctors, Nimesh Patel.
Yes.
What is the anxiety about? Just keeping the views
Just
high?
keeping the tickets up.
Yeah.
The views don't necessarily translate to tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
You think there's a proxy, but it's not.
What's
It's-
happening too now is Nimesh is so famous. People I never even liked growing up are now using me to get to him.
Who's
So
that?
they'll be like, I don't even know this one guy, a
His
couple
mom.
guys are like, Usama's my best friend, right? And then like just to get a selfie with you, and they send me the selfie with you, and you're just like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm talking about? You're not. I think you.
I
give a lot of
remember.
self-
I've definitely ran into 1 or 2 people who were like, "Oh, you know Osama." I was like, "Yeah, of course."
I don't even subscribe to these guys. I don't know them. I don't like them.
That's
Usama's
hilarious.
dad is there with Nimesh. Like,
so
you know this other
funny.
guy?
My mom's tits are signed. I'm like, what is going on here? This is a little crazy. I love it, dude.
Thank you,
I
man.
love it. I think it's so great that you're transcending, and it's like so good for brown people in general.
I'm working, man. That's all it is. Just trying to maintain this.
And you're not just getting brown people. You're getting like some. I'm seeing Filipinos in these fucking.
That is the one
clips.
thing. That's what I'm happy about is the diversity of the audience.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my dream too. It's like I want.
Well, how would you break it down percentage-wise?
Well, I mean, the first 2 tours were pretty diverse in the sense it was like, probably like 20% white, 20% Indian, and then a broad mix of everyone else, or like 40% white, 40% Indian, and then
Okay.
20%
Right.
whatever,
That's good.
depending on the region.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming more and more Indian people,
Right,
which
right.
is a good thing, but also like a little concerning because it's like I don't know what it is about not Indian audiences, but you get this vibe that if you're a not Indian person and you see mad Indian people, subconsciously or consciously as a fan, you're like, is this gonna be all Indian shit? and then for whatever reason, you're like unable to relate to it.
You're like, do I have a brown fetish? What's going on?
And then that like kind of that turns into your immediately like, oh, now that's the Indian comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
When like that is such a thing that you actively try. Like I've tried to actively work against that happening, not because I don't want Indian fans, but because I don't want to alienate an entire group of people who
Right.
would find the thing I'm saying relatable, but they won't because they think it's just all Indian shit. You know what I mean?
I think it's funny the image of a white guy going in, looking around, be like, "What are all these Pajeets doing here? I thought Nimesh was black. Like, what's
A
happening?"
guy who only heard him on podcasts.
Yeah.
And now is like, wait a darn second.
Who's that R&B singer with all the jokes?
What? This is fascinating.
But you know what I'm talking about. That is definitely like at least for me, like a thing I'm conscious about.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's bad.
No.
That it's all Indian people now. It's just like,
I think the real like win is going to be when those rednecky guys will be like, can't wait for some Indian shit.
yeah.
You know, because when we were like going to watch Chris Rock, we're like, black shit, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I want that to be the thing that they want, and maybe we'll get some stuff. Like
I don't know. I disagree in the sense of like whenever I didn't like Chris because he was talking about his race stuff. Like the Bring the Pain was great and it was an awesome special, but Bigger and Blacker did it for me, even though Blacker's in the title. And it was everything Chris does is black, everything I do is Indian. But he's talking about school shooters. He's talking about growing up with parents that did not believe in medicine. You know, like that is above race stuff.
Yeah.
yes,
You know, it cuts through everything.
the family shared the real human life energy.
So do you see differences between those audiences from your first tours and the audiences now, which are like more Indian, like in terms of how they respond to jokes and things like that?
I think what's happened is a lot of people have the first tours were people like just dipping the toe in the water.
right.
Now it's like you'll see Indian people who were there the first time with like their friends.
Yeah.
Now they're there with their parents.
Hey yo.
Which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
And so like that is a natural organic growth of the fan base.
Yes.
And it's very interesting to see. But response wise, it's kind of varied. It's really hard to tell. 'cause
Right. So now you got more uncles in the fucking crowd,
Uncles
which I
in the-
wouldn't love.
No, I wouldn't love that.
You know?
But the uncles these are uncles that are in their late 40s and early 50s.
right.
So they're like
Got you.
I don't want to say peers, but I got uncles who are like 50 years old and
Yep.
they like talk shit and we talk about all random stuff all the time.
Right.
It's still not like 70-year-olds that are
Okay, yeah,
coming
that's
out.
an uncle.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
I would, yeah.
Right.
I got like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds coming out, and 55-year-olds coming out, like my parents' age coming out, and that's cool to
Right.
see.
Right.
The response is different because their sensibilities are obviously a little different. But my favorite thing to see is like a family there.
Yeah, that's
People,
fucking
you know,
fantastic.
like
You're hitting a larger concept.
yeah, like
you know?
20-year-old brought their parents.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
There-
fucking
there's
like,
no
yo,
way
that's crazy.
Yeah.
When I release my
That's the
first
demo
tape.
that you want, really.
Yeah,
You know
it's-
what I mean?
It's great because to me it signals that beyond me penetrating the masses or whatever, comedy is
right.
like because like I can't imagine my 60-year-old dad or 50-year-old dad when I was 20 like going to see a comedy show.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And now it's like a new art form for them. Like yeah, they had
Yes.
Russell, they had Hassan, maybe they had Aziz, but
Yeah.
like they weren't like going out with their kids to go watch it.
Right.
They're like, oh, Russell is pretty good.
Yeah.
But like now it's like, yeah, we're gonna go make it a night for our
My parents
family.
went to one comedy show when I was a kid. Cosby. They were huge fans of Cosby.
I mean, he had them all, man. He had them all.
Huge fans. And when I brought up the rape stuff to my mom, she was like, it was the 70s. I was like, that's fucked
That's
up.
crazy.
That is so insane.
He said it was a smile too. Like,
It was a good time.
you know?
I hung out with him once. You got that mustache.
I don't
Why do I keep
remember-
going like this?
I don't remember most of it, but it was the day I got an accent. That's insane, man. I mean, I foresee my crowd not being Bengali uncle at all. Because I get a little more dirty. I feel like you don't do that much dirty stuff, do you?
No, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I get
You're not
like
clean
in the
either.
guts.
No, I'm not clean, but I'm not dirty. For
So
sure.
I imagine the first Netflix thing, the Bengali family gathering around, so excited. Ooh, Usama! Within 1 minute, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, I've seen that happen, first of all, live. You had a headline show I had to host for you.
Yes.
You packed
Oh,
out a room.
yes.
And you're just seeing, and I knew it was going to be trouble because I just saw it looked like Pac-Man. You just saw these hijabs lining into the room,
Oh,
into the
shit.
pews, and then with some like 15-year-old kids with their moms and grandmoms.
oh, dude.
And within like 5 seconds, you were like, butthole or something. And then after 10 minutes after that, I just saw a line of like burqas
I said-
stream out.
You got to bury that shit in the middle.
That's
you know?
why I
Exactly.
started with butthole.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
just butthole in, fucking like block it.
Well, you had an opener talking about bestiality too.
It was to make sure that they knew what was going on.
Set the
Oh,
table
you know
clean.
what I'm saying? Those hijabis were like Sileti. They were like, they just got married that day because they were 12 or something. It was like intense.
No. These were like hijabi grandmothers.
That's what I'm saying. There was also like a hijabi family too. There was like
Yeah.
lemmings, you know, like, and they bounced, and then it was good. I think once they bounced, the vibe was fine. But yeah, I'm scared of what's coming because like if you were Bengali, there's such a lack that people are just like really. Even on an Indian level, there are some more Indians. But
You don't want too many hijabs in the audience, generally. You don't want the hijabarati coming out for you. You know?
I want some
Like
hijab.
that's like a Hassan crowd, you know, because he's like going to talk political. They like the snaps, the global hijabarati, right? But generally at a show, they're not the best audience.
Yeah, I've had a few people even like even if I don't do blue, they'll still be like, it's a little vulgar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the
What?
fuck?
Why?
What
Get
are
the
you
fuck
talking-
out of here.
You said China.
Yeah,
Not
like
okay.
what am I talking like? But I mean, what I was gonna say is that like it's hard to really gauge demo and people because the second tour it was kind of blue in the sense I was just talking about my balls for 45 minutes, and it was just like they were just like, what the
What is
fuck
this?
is this?
But it was a medical thing.
Yeah.
So they should have gotten
talking
on
about
board with it.
doctors and all that, but like,
like-
that, even that was a little bit too much for some people.
Our first episode with us and you, right?
Uh-huh.
This is when you were just getting the fan base. We were way more like unhinged with the dirty on these episodes. So we're like, pussy cunt, fuck.
Patreon, guys.
And
If you want that first and second episode with Nimesh, you got to get
Get
on
in there.
Patreon for that shit.
And I remember a lot of these uncle types who were the first responders to Nimesh
Uh-huh.
coming to our shit being like, who are these
it's true.
nonsense folks? I think one guy called us nonsense folks, and I was like, that's heavy Uncle Slam.
Yeah.
You know?
Where like what's confusing to me is like where do they go get comedy?
I know. It's exactly right.
Like it's not like Russell's not blue when he wants to be.
Yeah.
You know? So dumb.
Well, Russell's already famous. So now it's like a fame thing can go no wrong, right? You can't really hate that, I feel like.
Who's that?
Like the uncles can never hate the true fame. Russell Peters is so
Plus, with
famous.
Russell, it was a novelty for them to see a brown dude upstage doing that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
you're
So they
right.
were just there just for the spectacle of it.
Right.
and
Also,
laugh or
you're
whatever.
younger. They have an uncle vibe to you.
For sure.
You're a younger guy. You had to stop, be in line, be a good boy.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But now you're getting to the place now where like you can be a not good boy.
Yeah, I remember I was in Atlanta and there was a kid there. It was like probably like 20 years old, and he was there with his parents. And my favorite thing is to like bother them about drugs.
Yeah.
Because like I won't talk about pussy and fucking and all that because he was there with his mom. And
Right.
I know if I was 20 and some guys talking about fucking
Yes,
pussy,
yes.
like, come on, bro. But like drugs, and I asked the dad, he's like, you ever tried drugs? And he paused for a second. He's like, in college. I was like, yes, that's the conversation I want to spark with these people.
That's fun, man.
You know?
I like the idea because they weren't talking about that before.
No, they were not,
Oh,
man.
Dude, that's some real shit. That's some
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
societal.
that is.
Yeah.
That's a
Societal.
generational thing, too.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I mean? Like as a younger parents, right? Now, or the parents of a 20-year-old or whatever definitely had their time, right? Whether they were in India or whether they were here, they were experimenting.
For 100%. Yeah, I got nephews who are like 17, 18, and their dad is like 50, and he was like when we were growing up, he was the youngest of like my parents' cousins.
Wow.
And so we know he was into some wild shit, and then once we got of age, he's like, y'all want to drink?
Yeah. Oh, dude, the secret uncle drinking party,
Yeah.
man. They like brandish like a bottle from a plant. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's time.
It's time.
They all have a secret like location where they keep the alcohol, man.
The car bar.
The car bar.
Yeah, it's the
bitch.
real shit.
What's like the wildest show you've done so far? What like city got like the wildest people?
Wildest? Man, Fresno got crazy.
How so?
That's Hassan's town, bro.
Fresno was there's nothing to do there but drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And it was mad Indian people.
You're-
And actually, it was a good mix, but the loudest drunks were Indian. One guy was a Punjabi guy. He got up like, I think I was like 10, 15 minutes into the set, and someone waves a flashlight at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
They're like, you turn the house lights on. Someone's like passed out on the wall. And I'm like, what? And I was like, holy shit. And I look, and it's like a 6'4" Punjabi man just like slumped on the wall.
He's like locked in this.
Yeah, and I was like, is he okay? He's like, yeah, he just had a lot to drink. I'm like, oh, all right, that's
When a
crazy.
Punjabi passes out from drinking.
Bro, it
Like,
was,
just get a divorce, bro. Just get a divorce.
but Fresno, like it was a Friday, and they were drunk, and I had started the show like 15 to 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
Because people were slow to load in. And so that means the people that were there early were getting fucking hammered.
They're like free gaming. Like it was a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah, ain't shit to do. And so like once I was like on stage, I was like, it was like fucking herding cats at some point. Some guy was yelling out about like telling me to do a Columbia bid and other people.
Still.
Yeah, it was just
People
like
can't get over that motherfucking controversy, man. That was such a.
It's just like what they know me from. And
Yeah.
so like Columbia.
Really? Still? That's shocking.
I mean, they were fucked up.
Colombia!
But shout out to Fresno, man. Like I had a good time. It was just like like a lot of people in my DMs like, we're so sorry, man. Like
Hey.
Fresno's not like that, man. I'm like, no, it's okay that you are. It's perfectly fine. I get it. Just get out of the town if you
I
don't
feel
want to
like
be
the,
here.
The comedy show at a small town does show you what the people are like.
For sure.
It really is actually real. So don't even try to play like it's not.
Yeah.
Like that is who they are.
No, small towns, they come out to any event like it's a rave.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
They're
I went
ready
to
to go.
Utica, New York, and did shows there. I'm embarrassed to say. Dude, the people who came in, it packed out the fucking room. There was probably 250 people, all wearing, they were all Italians in camouflage, fucked up out of their mind. Like they could have just been going to a rave or something. It was
Yeah.
just like the thing to do in the
That's
town.
and these people are like, last time I saw a show was David Copperfield in '85. It's
Yeah.
like, these people watch one show every 3 years. That's comedy or entertainment. It's a weird thing, man.
It was so odd to me how smashed that they were. And they're like, come out with us. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's the passed out Punjabi guy.
Yeah.
He's like,
Do you ever hang out with people after shows like that?
No, it's too crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I travel solo and I can fend for myself, but it just takes one person to be nuts, and then your whole life is kind of different. you know
That's
what I mean?
that's a very astute point, actually, and especially in some of those towns.
Especially
you
in
know?
those towns, like if I have friends with me, or if like Sahib or Mookie or somebody's with me, then maybe we'll go out, we'll go eat or some shit like that, and hang for a second at a bar. But also a lot of these places, like there's like 3 bars, and the last thing I want to do is re-entertain people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%, bro.
totally.
You know, like I was just at the show. Now, like
100%.
now, not even that I have to entertain them, but I feel like this subconscious urge to remain funny.
But I mean, entertaining them means they say you're a bit back to you and then you nod.
Yeah, they talk about it, and
That's
then they start
entertaining.
getting into your material, or you should have done this.
Yeah,
or,
it's like,
dude,
bro,
fuck out of here.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you got to pay me way more to hang out with you, actually.
And San Francisco was crazy too. I put the clip on the internet. This is my most recent one where I'm talking shit about Vivek, and
Yeah, Nimesh is going in. You're going into the
it's just
swampy.
we all know Viveks.
Yes.
We all know Vivek Ramaswamy's.
You know, he was a stand-up. He had tried stand-up.
No
way
way.
back.
You know what's crazy is
100%.
that
Get the
Before he
fuck
got
out.
into all this, he tried doing stand-up.
$1,000 to anyone that finds that
I
clip.
want to find the
Yeah.
tape badly.
$5,000 to anyone finds that clip.
Yeah.
We gotta find
you know
that
his
clip.
We have
closer
to.
was just rapping something, probably. He had like a little rap closer or something.
His closer was closing the border.
I went up and it was like the second thing I wanted to talk about in the set, right? And I was just reversing the order of material and stuff, and I said, it was literally something I thought of on stage. Like, if you like Vivek, is because you have a small penis.
Hey,
like, just something
hit 'em,
dumb.
hit 'em.
Like a fucking, it's hacky, obviously. Some guy, and this is San Francisco on a Saturday night, no, Friday night. Some guy's like, why? Well, where's your penis? What, bro? And for like 3 minutes, he was like, he was on it. Like, no. Why do you say he has a small? Show me your dick. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking
A
about?
phenomenal comeback.
Maybe he meant why. He was like, I do have a small dick, actually. And why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Existential.
And then we've all done shows where it's very apparent that someone's gonna be fucking annoying the entire time.
100%.
And if he had stopped at show me your dick, and like I had won the battle,
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, let's just keep going with the show. Like I would have gone back to him at some point, made fun of him, whatever, but it would have been fine. But he's like, make me laugh.
Oh, he's going in.
If you're not funny, I'm leaving. I'm like, all right, then you're leaving now, bro.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up and get the fuck out. And like, it was like such a quick decision to get him out. But I was like, what the fuck is wrong? San Francisco?
You know why? It's all the tech bros.
Yeah,
Like, that's why.
They're bros. And also, SF is more ghetto than you think.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not actually like, you go there, the infrastructure is kind of ass.
Well, it's ghetto because there's like a lot of like fobby tech bros there. They
Sure,
actually are the
sure.
ones bringing the ghetto vibe.
But also, if you go like in New York, right, every street is lit. San Francisco, you'll be like taking a left turn, the lights are gone.
Yeah.
The place has actually got some infrastructure issues.
And you're
It's got-
walking uphill like 7 miles.
Yeah. All the homeless people have like amazing calves
Yeah.
and like no food.
It's fucking nuts. But like that to me, that show was representative of like so much wrong with Indian America.
Oh, dude.
Because that guy is like, multiply that by like, whatever number, and you got Vivek's fans.
Yeah.
There's a 0 female Vivek Ramaswamy fans.
He's a Vivek fan, actually.
Are you a Vivek
I
fan?
like Vivek, but I can.
Why?
We can. Why? You want to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into
Why?
it.
Okay, we'll get into it. I am in favor of anybody who defies the neocons,
Okay, neocons are...
neoconservatives. So everybody who's trying to drag us into war, left, right, and right, with
Okay, I agree with that.
Iran. So that's why.
Okay.
And right now, Vivek is the strongest and most vocal anti-neocon candidate out
Okay,
there.
where do you stand on affirmative action?
I don't give a fuck. I'm a one issue voter.
Got it. Okay.
So that is my issue, and that's
Canadian.
the issue I care about.
I can't even
You
vote.
care about us being pulled into war.
Yeah, yes, and emphatically not being pulled into
That's
war.
fair.
I'm a single issue voter, literally.
I'm nationalist in that regard too. I don't think we should be at any war. I think we should take all the money that we're putting towards war, towards STEM education and all that kind of stuff. But Vivek is also anti-public education. He's anti-public health care. He's anti-affirmative action. That to me says something about him as a human being that I do not.
I mean, it says he's a Republican.
Yes, I mean, I don't like that.
You're right.
Yeah.
I do not like people who are not for the betterment of society. I don't like individualistic people who are driven by like capitalist motives.
Okay.
That bothers me to no end. And I'm a capitalist.
Yes.
I am successful.
Yes.
Vivek becoming president would only do well for me.
Yes.
Only good things would happen for me.
True.
But fuck anyone that believes that we have to do everything at the expense of poor people and people who have not done well for themselves. Like, we got to take care of those people. That's what I believe.
Right.
And Vivek is very much against that, and I can't stand
I
that
like the
shit.
idea of some guy voting only because he's like, I like his rap.
He's got bars,
That was
actually.
really good.
He's got bars.
Nothing else. Just that was his aim, was to get somebody off just the rap.
Yeah. One single issue vote. Can my guy rap?
Damn.
We haven't really seen him rap. I guess there was a thing of him where he was like MC, I forget what it was.
Sway needs to get him on 5 Fingers of Death, and I think that would be something I would
He would do it, and you know what? He would kill it.
He would kill it.
Whether you like him or not, he is the Rizzler. This guy does know how to handle.
He does that, like,
he knows how to handle broadcasters.
on a-
He knows how to handle everybody who
Right.
tries to come at him. He ends up jujitsuing them out of a career.
He knows how to debate. He definitely knows how to like be on stage.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
There's no doubting that he's a smart guy, but he's also smart in a way that
And
you
who
fucking hate.
needs
I mean, you
Kwanzaa?
don't like his. You don't like. I mean,
Who needs Kwanzaa?
It's like who needs Juneteenth? He was like, who needs Juneteenth?
That's what he said.
He like wants to outlaw Juneteenth. You're like, not bad actually.
Who needs Juneteenth?
But I'm a single issue voter, and I have been actually for a long time, and that is my major issue because to me that's where all of our problems as a country essentially do come from.
What's that? From-
Endless wars,
Endless
wars, the military-industrial complex,
100%.
and overreach of the national security state, because it also just drains resources away from all the things that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Free healthcare, free good quality public education, things like that I do also believe in.
Right.
But those are the things that are always standing in the way of that. You know what I mean? We're draining our coffers for that shit. But I don't feel like getting into politics too much.
Before we
I
go
want to talk about you going to the garden.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
before we even Patreon, we want to make sure we talk about fucking. You're doing the MSG.
MSG, December 30th. Please come.
Please come.
Ooh, that's amazing,
It's gonna be a good time.
It's
dude.
huge.
That's just take a second. Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm
I know.
excited. It's,
What?
It's just I
Whoa.
Maybe I mean I don't have. And this is something I work through in therapy all the time. Is I do not have an emotional register.
Oh sure.
I'm not like yes,
Yeah.
fucking MSG. Like I wish I had it. You know,
That was the first act I ever saw.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
fucking amazing. Man. Fucking like
I'm with you on that. I really just it's all a one hum.
I'm just like, all right. And I think that might be because I grew up I grew up a Hindu in the sense like everything like you're supposed to maintain
Dispassion.
calmness, dispassion, and all that, which is a terrible way to live, honestly.
I disagree.
The other side of that is very bad. Though,
Yeah.
too,
I
you
would
know?
love to feel. I feel bad though.
Yeah.
Like if something bad happens,
Yeah.
I feel bad.
So you don't ever feel good and you only feel
It's
bad.
just like I think my emotional bottom is not as low as a lot of other people's, but it still exists.
Yeah.
But the inverse of like having an emotional high is nowhere near
I think that is the perfect way to live, dude. That is the dharmic ideal because you don't get dragged away by your emotions. You know what I mean?
I love the idea of engaging in all things imbalance, like all emotions go forth with beauty and excitement, and then be able to be elastic and be coming back to the center ASAP.
Yeah, that's
the idea. So I'll have like a yay and then an immediate return to the.
My yay is only present when I get on stage and I get the laughs.
Yeah.
And then they, like the literal moment I'm off, I'm like,
what was that?
all right, that's cool. All right, time to take pictures and all that kind of shit, you know?
That's not a bad way to live, bro. I think it's very sustainable.
No, I think that's the best way to live.
I don't know, man. I'm sitting in it and I'm thinking, man, I should be. You're like, congrats, it's fucking huge, MSG. I'm just like,
No, we're happy for you, man. It's
You're a rishi,
Yeah.
okay? You're a rishi with it. That's dope, dude. So MSG's on the 30th.
yes, sir.
I mean, is this going to be your biggest show ever, volume wise?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. I mean, I did Chicago Theater, which was 3,600 seats. Hopefully we can crest
How many seats is this?
that. I think we have 4,200 sellable.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be only Nimesh's cousins are gonna be.
They're all
sold
coming.
out.
They're all coming. They're all coming. My parents are coming. All my aunts and uncles are coming.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
have
fucking
to.
wedding, dude.
Yeah.
The dudes who stole from your dad's liquor store are coming.
They're all coming,
They're
dude.
like, bro, we owe you.
They're all fucking showing up,
Bro,
man.
the Jersey Turnpike is gonna be
It's
sloshed.
it's gonna be tough. Dude. It's gonna be backed
tight,
up.
dude.
19 Indians in a 19 car crash. 20 Patels and Toyota Camrys all over the street right now.
I'm gonna have to get him a
upended.
bus. I think I'm gonna get him a bus.
Yeah, you got to get him a buzz.
Yeah, for
8
sure.
Nissan Maxima pileup.
There's gonna be an Uber shortage in Jersey, and no one can get an Uber.
Uber down. The Nimesh Patel show.
I did that last year for them. I got him because I did town hall last year, and I got him like a 13, 14 passenger Sprinter van. Or whatever. And they were like blaring fucking music the whole time. And they had the guy waiting, and they like had to run through fucking Times Square to make it. I'm like, I wish I had a camera on them to watch.
Oh,
the whole
dude.
fucking event,
This is gonna be.
You got to
so
get it on.
bonkers.
You got to get him on him for this.
Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure. Yeah,
Dude, this is gonna be such a bonkers show. Oh my god.
it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited.
Dude, so what do you do on these shows, right? You're going to do like an hour?
Guys, on the
just
30th,
raw?
I'll be at QED. Just in case anybody wants to pull up there.
What do you mean? What do I do? Set wise?
You're going to do like a couple openers and then an hour or just like go up raw?
No. I'm gonna have I don't want to spoil it. A special musical guest open,
Hey,
and then
the fuck?
and then I'll have 2 or 3 people go up before Matt Richards is gonna host.
Sure, hell yes.
And then I'll have 2 or 3 people go up, and then
we
I'll
go.
do maybe 55 to an hour, and then
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good night.
I would love to make it like a Chappelle show and like 7 hours of like every comedian you've ever heard of.
You sit down in chain smoke.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go through
yeah.
the whole pack of spirits.
And that would be fun, but I don't think that's gonna
Dude,
happen.
Dave will have people on the show I thought were dead. Like, I'd be like, what?
Man, I saw,
That's love, dude.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I saw Adam Sandler in DC in November, and he had Joe Vesey, and then he had
Oh, yeah, he's still going. Sandler's tip.
yeah, he's great. Doug Benson, and he had Rob Schneider.
Nice.
Oh shit.
And I was like, Schneider doing stand up.
Man,
How
Rob-
was it?
dude.
The first like few minutes was great.
Yeah.
First like 5-10 minutes were pretty good, and then he started talking. He says something that where everyone's just like looking at each other
Wait,
sideways.
what did he say?
Something about the Constitution. I think he's like a right winger.
Oh, is it?
It was like the pandemic, and I was like, oh, bro, no. Oh, here we go, dude. He looked like a fucking bowling alley manager, bro. He had on the hat, and it all just went like this. And then everyone's like humoring him, letting him. But it was just like, oh no, Rob, no, man. He did
Well,
so
Rob
good.
always looked like the vaccine didn't work on him. You know what I'm saying? He's always had that look.
It was funny because it was such a like, what did I think he thought kind of moment.
No, I've been pretty vocal in that space actually during that time.
He has.
Yeah. I remember seeing some story because it was funny because the idea of Rob Schneider having any thoughts whatsoever.
Yeah.
is
Deuce
hilarious.
Bigelow's got opinions. What?
Imagine Sandler like, oh, Israel is like that's crazy to
Yeah.
see any. These are the goofiest people on earth.
Yeah.
And then Sandler went up and just, I don't know what his politics are. I don't know where he stands. But
You want to hear Gallagher on Syria? You know what I'm saying? You want to hear that?
he did the most escapist comedy,
Yeah.
and it was so fucking funny. Sandler, like,
He's
Dude,
amazing.
Sandler's Certified Fresh was phenomenal.
yeah,
On
it was
Netflix. Man.
incredible. Like, I was like, I was high, but I was
yeah.
also like fucking from minute one
yeah,
to
hell yeah.
minute one, like to when he ended with his Chris Farley song.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, this is the greatest guy.
No, he's the man. He
He's
is the
so
man.
funny.
Do you get high before going on stage?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I've done it once or twice. That I've told people that my most public bomb was when I was in Philadelphia and like 2016.
Oh, shit.
It was a Bernie Sanders rally. Like, Rami set me up basically.
I also got set up by Rami for a bomb.
Yeah.
I've also bombed on a Rami show.
Yeah,
before.
Rami set me up for sure. Like,
Dude!
he
What's
felt-
up with Arabs setting us up to bomb, huh?
Bro,
it was like a Bernie Sanders protest rally because Hillary just won the nomination.
Yeah.
And so like they were protesting outside of the convention, and he was like, it's gonna be great. I went up.
It's going to be great.
And I went up and I was like, "Hello, losers!" And they I ate a dick for like 8 minutes. And then Rami was like he drove me to the train station after. It's like, fucking, how he laughed.
Dude.
I'm sorry, man.
Same thing. Rami had me on a battered women's
Why?
shelter show. I go up, I'm like, my mom's a bitch. And they're just like, what? And then Rami's like, he's smart. Like, he knows how to get us into situations.
He needs to be amused, you know?
Keep going on the Patreon. Come on down, patreon.com/mango. Get in there.
Your mango